gasket.
Yeah, Tyler's checking out the head gasket right now. This is a Felpro gasket, but when it came to me,
This side
was
bent.
Kind of bent.
And packaging was terrible.
Yeah, I don't know why it was in a big square box. So
these were evil with it. Fucking shipping. All right.
So hopefully it seals right. If not, Engine Tech came with a head gasket too. But he got the head all cleaned up. All the sealing surfaces clean.
Ow, my finger. Oh. Sit. Down, Bubba.
Are you fully set?
Oh, I don't want to sit. Maybe the head stuff to pull it in.
Should sit.
Yeah, it should.
Here, take it. Let's take it off. Check it out. Trying to smooth out the dowel pins. They kind of marred for some reason. So he's getting those demarred. I think the last time you saw me, I was cleaning up the valve cover. I wanted to make it look nice, but the more I cleaned it off, the worse it was looking. And so I ended up just giving up on it. And then I just scuffed it up and painted it with this. Oh, what color was it? It's like
Gunmetal gray color.
Yeah, it's kind of gunmetal, but I think it was called like cast steel or cast iron. It's got a nice little metal flake to it. Looks good. Good enough. Round 2.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, sandwiched. Just like that.
Wherever the rubber hammer is.
Yeah, it's all good. It took all on its own. Yeah.
Whoops.
There's
as I try to fall.
As you try to fall. Yep. Now it's easier to sit there and nitpick and clean the head now too. You gotta keep rolling around everywhere. Like those little paint pieces I couldn't see when I was trying to work on it on the table.
Yeah.
Having to move it all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been seen yet, but the old valve cover that came off of this one had a horrible blue.
Yeah.
And obviously they painted it with it on the engine because
yeah, there was paint drips all over it.
Yeah, dripped everywhere. It's quite lovely work.
Oh, this looks cleaner now.
Yeah.
It's not such an eyesore. Yeah, that's the overspray. I got rid of a lot of the paint runs off of it.
Alright, there's our fresh new head bolts by Ajusa. And they make import parts for, well, import cars. We're looking at a torque pattern. Technically, yes. I don't know why it is not focusing today. Alright, we got a 58, and then we loosened them completely, then tightened them back down to 15 pounds, and then a quarter turn. And on the other page, we got our sequence, which is really no different than the sequence we use on all the other cars. So that'll be pretty easy.
Hi.
Do you like using the ratcheting wrench?
I do. Especially the weighted ones.
Yeah, I love that Craftsman wrench that Chris got me. I don't think there's anything I haven't used it on project-wise.
Right. Alright, before I spill that. I know I will. My big ass clown feet will kick it.
Let's get these pulled down, then we'll torque to 58. Completely loosen, then torque to 15. Then 2 quarter turns.
Yep.
Hell, ARP is a lot easier
And that.
than stretched yield bolts.
I know what you're thinking. Why are you skipping around? Because I'm mapping away.
What kind of map? Like geography map? Or?
Oh, I love geography. Just mapping out a way of doing it. So I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Something very similar to that.
Alright, loosen now. 15. It's all about that stretch.
All about that stretch. Alright, now it's time for quarter turns.
Bottom out and then just a quarter turn and you're golden. So as you can see, we got a little bit further on it. Tyler got on the intake and everything. Just before you headed out, the valve cover's just sitting there. We had to hunt down a PCV grommet that would fit this. Ended up buying a like a 8-pack from O'Reilly's, I think it was, that actually fit. Other than that, it's special order for these 46.4s. This is just sitting on it for now. I still gotta clean the top and get the nice little gasket on there. But that's kind of where we're standing on that. We had another little bit of a battle with the oil pump. Now, if you've never taken apart a 46.3, the oil pump has 4 bolts on it, 4 hex bolts. But the bottom right one is actually, that one right there, is actually a brass Phillips head screw. Now what we had to do, let's try to, no. First thing we tried was just normally getting it out, heating it up, and that didn't work. It just stripped out. That brass is just so soft. Then we tried dremeling a line in it so we could get a flathead on it. Still no go. So I ended up, just drilling it out. Had a easy out laying around. And with that, it finally came out. So, other than that, it looks good. No marring, so this looks like a pretty healthy oil pump. So I just gotta get the gasket surfaces all cleaned up on the whole thing. And then get some new ring seals back in it. And then it should be good to go back on the engine along with the water pump. And then from there we can get all the timing components on it. And it'll be pretty straight shot from there to the engine at that point. I've never timed one of these before. Looks like it'll be a little bit of a battle in its own. Make sure to have the timing marks. Use some fingernail polish to get that. And then you're actually supposed to match it with the line that's on the valve cover at top. So we'll see how well that works out when we get to it. But I do like that valve cover color. It did come out really well. The cast iron from VHT. But I gotta get this cleaned. One thing to point out about this oil pump is something was leaking. I don't know, maybe the valve cover was leaking into the timing components, or maybe one of these seals, but they all look pretty clean for the most part, but something definitely had been leaking at some point. But either way, I'll be replacing all these seals just in case. They still feel pretty pliable, but better safe than sorry. Whew. Alright, I'm just trying to get this front case oil pump assembly all taken care of. It was a hell of a time getting all the old gasket off, so I'm just gonna go with it and pray that it seals. I mean, all that's left is I gotta put all the pump assembly back in here, pack it with grease, and give this another wash down. I'll probably put a little bit of ultra gray RTV just to hold the gasket in place for when I put it on the block, just to make things a lot easier. Then, well, before I pack with grease, I gotta get the new seals in. I'll probably put a little bit of RTV around the seal before I press it in. I don't know if I have a big enough socket to nice and kind of hit it in a little bit. It may be big enough. What is that? 1.5. It's pushing it. Huh. Size of the inner dimension. That's the biggest I have. What is that? It's 34. Yeah. Looks like that's the biggest I have is 1.5. So we'll try to get that one in as smoothly as possible. Those will be easy. I guess this one you can also pre-pack with grease and then you put in the seal. So that's where I'm going to get started on this. Alright, I got the first balance shaft on. What a ordeal that was. If you get the brass screw out on these 7 bolts, all you gotta do is go to like Lowe's or whatever. And this is what you need, M6 by 1.0 by 16. So I'll just go and locate that and that will fit in there, no problem. The nice thing about keeping what I sometimes don't use is you never know when you will use it. Like this high performance gate timing belt. We use the timing belt on the GSX, but it's still got the balance shaft belt in there as well. So we'll have a high performance balance shaft belt in a stock running car for now. So at least I finally get to use it.